Hello.
How's it going?
Happy
Hello.
Thursday.
Hello.
Happy Thursday.
Welcome to the
Happy Thursday.
show. As always, welcome on Thursday. I hope you've had a wonderful week. So let's keep our roundtable and catch up on what has happened this past week. We'll start with Am.
Sure. Just increasing my audio because I don't have my headphones in today. So yeah, this week has been absolutely fantastic. If you can see Miss Chan over there. They just got
I'm over here.
Yeah. Trying to do it. It's not working.
Circle gets the square.
It's hard because it like there we go.
She's above me.
I can high five Anna, but I'm not real good at it. Like, there.
Low five.
Other way. Here we go.
Like I'm directionally challenged, so this doesn't help.
I know, me too.
So Chan and Kat both got their lovely projects, their scarf and their hat, and I'm so happy, and I'm so elated that they love their stuff, and I just want to make more now. So, and so I have another project coming up for a certain someone. It's gonna be a blanket, so it looks like a circle right now, but it's gonna be the size of a twin size bed. So I've been trying to go through it bit by bit by bit.
This can take you a while.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's the craziest thing. This is all in my head. I'm not going off of a pattern. I've gotten to that point. So now I'm just like, oh my god, am I finally a master? Probably not. But I'm like, I can't tell you like how many times like this thing to give you an example, this thing's like about like 60 plus inches across. And it was like 227 long. I had to rip it out like 3 times because it wasn't quite right. The design wasn't quite right, and the yarn wasn't quite right. So I was just like, okay. And I've been spending like the last like week just trying to figure it out. I think I finally got it. So I'm gonna try this. This is the test. This is not even the real thing. This is the test, and then we'll see if I should go along with this. So yeah, that's exactly.
Let me push out the image. I grabbed it real quick. Sorry, Chan.
That's awesome.
So you can see the whole thing. It is actually quite amazing, so I want to make sure.
And I love the pajama pants too.
Oh, thanks. I live in them. I live in all pajama pants now. I don't even own. No, I still own real pants. I just don't like to wear them.
Same thing here.
I can only wear my regular pants with Spanx now.
Hey, I'm either wearing scrubs or pajama pants. There's no in between anymore.
I'm pretty much leggings.
I'm more cozy in jeans.
Khakis, jeans, or PJs.
I can't not wear jeans. I'm a weird. I don't know what I am. It's just strange, but I can't not wear.
That you wear stretchy jeans, like stretch pants jeans.
I mean, they fit me, and I've just always been more comfortable in jeans and pants.
I used to live in jeans. I actually slept in jeans. If because the place I used to work, I could wear a scrub shirt and jeans.
Mm-hmm.
So I wear
That's
jeans.
ideal.
And I'd wear a scrub shirt, and I could nap if it was slow because it was overnight ER job. So I would sleep in jeans, shoes on too, because Murphy's Law, you don't take your shoes off. If you're napping at ER, you just loosen the laces up and But I could fall asleep in them. But now I have to wear scrubs at work. There's and so the jeans only come out if I go out, but I don't go out like ever anymore.
I found leggings and not looked back.
I'm determined to get back into my old jeans. I have a stack of them in my bedroom. I'm not getting rid of them. I will put them back on my body. I will.
There you go.
Someday.
I finally just threw away a couple scrub shirts that didn't fit because when I first started working there, the job I have now, they ordered me a couple shirts and I thought, I gave them my size, but the company they use size is small, so they fit sort of, but they were so tight across the boobs, like bad. So,
Oh,
I'm like, well, I'll keep them. Maybe eventually they'll fit. Then I'm like, wait a second, my boobs never change size. Screw this. I finally tossed them.
anything, they'll probably just get bigger. That's it. So.
Exactly. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
not happening. You know, the boobs aren't going anywhere. So yeah, I was like, I finally just threw them away. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
How's it going with you, Anna?
I'm still alive. I haven't run screaming from my job, and I actually had a good day today. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, that's good.
Uneventful day.
Yeah, I got some coffee mugs from Chan, and this is one of them. No regrets. I love it. She sent one. She sent one that is. She sent one that says moist, and Russ is like, "Oh my god!" I said, "Yeah, that's yours."
It's
Oh
him.
my
It's
God,
for
I
him.
love
You
it.
this is for him.
No.
Oh no. She's frozen.
Anna.
No.
Yeah,
Anna, you froze.
moist is.
There you are. Wait.
Okay, get it? Okay, let me make her bigger again.
I don't know. Am I back?
Yeah, there we go. No regrets.
Yep.
Awesome. No regrets.
It's a nice size mug too. They're not too small. They're okay.
No, they're not. They're pretty good. Yeah.
Good.
I
Cool. She's kind of roboting, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And she just went silent.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I actually managed to make it this week. I'm sorry I've been absent so much lately.
Mhm.
It's
Been working
okay.
like crazy.
We're glad you're here now.
Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Chan?
How am I?
Yep.
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm hating this freaking weather. And I keep thinking back to like, it was like 6 years ago. I did a polar bear plunge this time of year. And Kate will know what I'm talking about when we did it at Pinchot because they were supposed to do it. They were supposed to do it at City Island, but they canceled it that year because the ice was too thick.
Yeah.
So they did it. They did it at Pinchot Park, Gifford Pinchot State Park, and they were chainsawing coffin-sized chunks out of the lake that were like 1.5 feet thick, and we were gonna jump in that shit, and I did. My girlfriend and I went full balls in. We dove in and everything. Didn't just like go in, splash around, and run back out. Like we went the whole way down, swam out, and came back. And I'll tell you what, I will not ever forget. It took a really long time for certain parts of my body to get feeling back, and I never thought they could get that cold for that long of a period of time. Like her and I are in the car leaving the state park, and we basically like got out of the water, threw blankets over our heads, and changed our clothes real quick into dry clothes. And then we walked out to the cars and took off and went and got lunch or breakfast with some friends. And her and I are on the way to the diner, and she looks at me and she's like, "Are your lips numb?" And I'm like, whoa. We were going to get into that conversation, but a matter of fact, I have never felt this before in my life. It is the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me. Amongst other things being frozen, you get into cold water and everything freezes.
No thanks.
It was definitely a rebirth situation.
Wow.
Very interesting. And I'm thinking about it now and like the metal in my legs and how I've been feeling the last couple of days and today specifically. And like 2 weeks ago, I was thinking to myself, I might be able to stomach doing that one more time. And now I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't think that's possible. No.
I will say that like JD and I have been doing some yoga lately, and that's been helping a lot of things get kind of like moving. So I'm doing all right. This weather fucking sucks. Pennsylvania blows.
Florida's nice. Florida.
Yeah.
Florida's
but
nice.
Florida's a dumpster fire.
Hey, we got good weather.
Yes, alligators
until the
are-
summertime when there's 150% humidity.
That's
Yeah,
when
I
you
can't
stay
do that.
inside in the air conditioning.
and
I
hurricanes
can't.
and mosquitoes the size of the our laptops.
So it's
Actually,
either
you know what? The mosquitoes in Pennsylvania got me worse than they do here.
really.
Yeah.
Oof.
Wow.
I don't
Yep.
know.
We have a question from the audience.
I imagine
Um,
so.
Yeah. I
The
tell you
question
what,
is, do
your-
ladies experience any kind of shrinkage in cold water?
your boobs tighten up.
We get
Yeah,
peppered.
they do. They get the boobs get real tight, the nips get real hard, and the areolas like contract down like real
I'll
hard.
tell you what, I really
Yeah.
wish that my boobs stayed like they look when I'm really cold all the
Yeah.
time. That would be choice. I would love that shit.
Well,
But
because
anyway,
they get really firm. It's like, whoa, okay, I went back to 15, 20-year-old woman, you know?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
right.
Yeah.
Man, that would be great. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey, ask an honest question, get honest answers.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go.
We
You know,
have
at one point,
covered boobs within the first 10 minutes.
Now we just have to move on to penises, and we've got.
No, the boobs is not one of the
You
normal
know,
topics. It's penis, food, and pets. Those
Right.
are the
Yes,
three. Penis,
that's
food, and
right.
pets.
Well, I already saw the kitty cat, and I got Boris at my feet.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
Twix, you
I
can't
will-
climb a wall.
I will admit that at one point in my life, I used to rub Vicks on my boobs in all hope that it would like firm up at some point. Like it would
Did it?
give them some buoyancy or make them perkier.
Is that something that's supposed to happen with Vicks?
It's supposed to work with peppermint oil. I did hear that.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of the same thing.
I have peppermint oil upstairs. Now you're making me wonder.
Is it experiment time? We may have to like reflect on this in a week.
We might have to. Damn. Hey Russ, I'm gonna smell good.
And her
Don't
boobs
taste
do
good
nice and
too.
moist.
Minty fresh.
Minty titties.
Minty fresh.
On that note, speaking of boobs, how are you doing, lady love?
Man.
I can't.
That's a hell of a transition.
It was. I'll give you that.
I'm trying here. I'm trying.
No, not much really is going on with this past week. Just work. I was trying to like think about. I was like, okay, what have I done? You know, the last few days, and honestly, it's work, go for a walk, fix dinner, go to sleep, work. Jason and I went to Lidl's today, which was fun. We haven't been to Lidl's in a while.
What is
Lidl's,
that?
it's like a German grocery store. It's like similar to Aldi's.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, but the produce is better and the bakery's better.
At Lidl's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually not bad prices. Was it last Friday? Was it last Friday? The vet came. We got a good bill of health on the dog and everything.
Awesome.
And then his eye started weeping after like the vet left, so I've been doing eye drops.
Aww.
I'm like, of course. It's one of those. It's like as soon as it's like you go to the doctor and you're feeling fine, then you leave the doctor, and a few days later you're not feeling well.
Yep, that's how it always works. That's why I don't go to the doctor.
But yeah, that's really. That's been it. What about you, Kate?
I've been working a lot. I'm working full time my regular job, and I'm also doing some relief work at an urgent vet.
Wow.
Just trying to, do what I can, but I'm tired.
I bet.
I'm burning the candle a little
One
bit
can
too much
imagine.
at both ends, but so I'm gonna have to probably take a break from that for a little bit soon. But it's been going well. I'm actually getting a ton more responsibility at work. I've kind of got an unofficial promotion.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Congrats.
Yeah, it's and we just got a new big boss who really seems to like me, so that's a good thing.
Very good.
And I think she's kind of looking to me to like kind of take over like a chief of staff sort of role, so that'll be interesting.
Ooh.
Wow.
We'll see.
Up.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see, but It's good. But I've been getting to do a lot of cool stuff lately and some kind of interesting cases. That's always good. And the boys are doing well. Cal is now almost as tall as Nick.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been good. It's just been the hamster on the wheel thing. Work, come home, work, come home.
It's kind of surreal when kids do that, by the way. Because I remember when I was, well, how old was I? I was like probably 10, and that was my mom's height. My mom's like, what? She's 5'6", 5'5", something like that. Or like she's like short. So I remember like being shorter and then like getting to her height and then overtaking.
5'6". That's short. I think of that as tall. I will never experience being taller than anyone except for maybe a little kid.
Maybe she's 5'4". I don't know. She's shorter. She's a short
I'm
lady.
5'2". I'm 5'2" and a third.
It's okay. You guys want to laugh? The tech I worked with today is 5 foot in sneakers.
Yeah.
That was my mom.
She weighs 90 pounds.
Aww.
The two of us did surgery together today. She was my tech. The table has to go up as high as it can for me because I'm 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh no.
She's like
the patient was eye level with her.
Oh gosh.
She was like a step ladder or something.
If she had to help me with surgery, we would have to have her stand on something, yeah. But she was monitoring anesthesia, so her patient was literally eye level with her.
The women in my mom's family range from like 5, like on average is like 5'5" to like 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
And I'm right between like 5'6" and 5'7". So on a bad day, I'm like 5'5". On a good day, I can, yoga and everything. I'm almost 5'7". My sister is right around there. My youngest sister is only 5 foot tall. And it's kind of funny to see the three of us together because she's.
That's me and my sister. Because my sister's like 5'7", 5'8", and I'm 5'2".
Aww.
So I mean, it's like
your sister's about the size of me. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite funny because people look at us and they're like, "How are you guys sisters?" And we're like, "Came from the same mother, same father."
It's called the randomization of genetics.
Exactly.
I love the genetics in my family. We have additive alleles in mine, so every generation is taller on my mom's side. So my grandmother was like 5'6", 5. No, actually, she was 5'8". She shrunk down to like 5'6". And then her daughters, all of them were like 5'10", 5'11". I'm 6'1". My two cousins on my mom's side, they're both boys. One is 6'8".
Holy crap, man!
The other one is 6'6".
Jeez Louise.
Oh, my husband. I didn't even know people like that existed.
Yeah, my cousin married a dude who's 6'6". It's crazy.
So talking about heights, Jason and we had to run into Staples to grab some, and of course they had one of those like shack cutouts. And Jason's standing up next to him. He's like, yeah, he's tall, but I mean, like Jason was like right at his like shoulders.
Oh wow.
I mean, and the thing is, like, they were pretty much the same size, like broad in the shoulder.
Holy crap.
But Shaq just had that little bit left, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I was looking, I was like, I gotta look up.
You're like at his belly button or some shit.
I was like, I gotta look up to see it.
Wow.
If Max and I decided to have kids naturally, I have no idea how tall this kid's gonna be. They might be taller. I don't know.
As Jason said, his mom is tiny, teeny tiny. And look at Jason. And the first time my parents met Patty, his mom, they looked at her, looked at him, looked at her, and said, "How the hell?"
And I bet he's still afraid of his mama.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but he also, if he really wanted to, he could probably pick her up and throw her over his shoulder.
Jeez.
He probably wouldn't.
I've told Cal from the get-go because I know he's going to be taller than me. He'll be taller than me within a year, guaranteed. All the height predictions say he's going to be 6'4" minimum.
Wow.
From like the pediatrician and like online tools I've been doing, 6'4" is the minimum. He's probably going to be 6'6", 6'8", probably.
Next time I see that kid, my jaw's gonna go through the floor.
Oh yeah,
guaranteed. Stuff high up on the shelves in like the supermarket. And
it happens so quick.
Oh, that's my job at work. People just come to me. They're like, "We need your height. Come here."
See, I'm one of those. I'm not afraid to climb up the shelves. I've done that before.
I feel like female people have like a gradual growth, whereas boys go from being like, I don't know, an adolescent height to being like the height of a man overnight.
Yes.
Like it happens in like a month. You're like, wait a minute.
Did I ever tell you
about your shoes don't fit you anymore?
That kid's shoes a month later, they didn't fit anymore.
Oh my God.
And when he was a baby, this happened. I swear this happened. We put him to bed in footsie jammies when he was itsy bitsy. And well, itsy bitsy as he got here. He was 2 feet long when he was born. But put him to bed in footsie jammies. They fit when we put him to bed. Okay. Next morning, he's crying, and it wasn't like the normal "I'm up, come get me" cry. It was the something's wrong cry. So we run in.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The footsies didn't fit anymore.
Like little toes are jammed in the feet. Yeah, I know.
Overnight, they fit. And overnight, they won't fit. Oh my God! But now it's like, I swear to God, he'll go to bed. He'll grow spurt. Like he'll eat a ton. Then he'll go to bed and he'll crash and burn and sleep for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Comes back out of his room and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, RJ's 6'3", and he was a little over like 6 foot, like 6.5 feet or whatever when he broke his ankle. He broke his ankle. The doctor told us, he said, "Oh, he won't grow anymore anyways. His growth plates are fused in his feet." I said, "Okay, that's cool." No, he grew to 6'3", and I was like, when he hit 6'3", I went, "That fucking doctor lied."
Dude, boys are supposed to grow until they're in their early 20s. Like
exactly.
But I don't think Elijah's done yet. I don't. I think he's leveled out.
How Grims is doing. She's been sitting there quiet and waiting for her turn.
We're rambling. Sorry.
That's fine. She's fine. I'm going to hijack the conversation, so continue on until
tell us about your pins.
We want to hear. We want to hear.
I got a haul of pins, so I'm ready. That's why I'm silently.
Yay!
And thank you again for telling me about that Kickstarter. I went all in on that.
Yes. So for Dean Draws, he's right now getting the I Ship It pins. So I should actually be getting mine probably here in the next week or so, which will be hopefully for the next one. But he said he's putting in the order for, I think, the Supernatural soon, because some people still haven't filled out their requests. So he needs a little bit better idea to be able to, I guess, place the order properly or something. Yeah. Sorry, I'm hearing myself in the other ear because of the phone.
But I'm so grateful you told me about that, seriously, because I'm so excited for that.
Good. I felt a little worried that maybe I pressured you into
it. No.
Like, it looked like such a cute set and looked like one that you really would like.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Like, I'm absolutely thrilled. Like, I saw it. I would never have found that on my own.
Yes.
And he's actually, the artist is local. They're based in Tampa.
Okay. I didn't know they were all the way down there. That's cool.
Yeah, from what I can tell. So I was all excited. I'm like, this is nuts. I would never have found it. So thank you, because I'm so excited for it.
No problem. No problem. I watch their Instagram feed, so I'll definitely see all their updates and stuff.
Awesome. So show us what you got.
Let's see. For here. So let me make myself big. Can I do this? Sorry, Ams. so as you know, my lovely little pin board or whatnot. So I'm going to start with Star Wars, because I don't have as many of it, although I do still love it. So Star Wars, I have this one from Armstrong Outpost. It has Ahsoka's little chest. Oh, I don't know why it's not showing well. And then Dio, right? Yeah, Dio.
Yeah, that's Dio.
So I think it's just a little cute combo there. So that one's simple. Then there's this one called Fulcrum Dawn, and I've bought so many pins from them. I actually buy their B grades or C grades, but because I think they're still like really good quality, and it's plus C20. But it's the Bad Batch, and especially since it's coming out with a show, I figured I'd grab those. But I bought, and I think I have like 8 other clones as well. So they're kind of added together. So I have a whole clone collection.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I finally got the Hera for my Hera collection too.
Oh, awesome.
And then I did tell you guys that I bought the Chopper Army. So I bought a little Chopper Army.
Sweet.
And this is all from Fulcrum Dawn.
Yeah, Fulcrum Dawn. That's their name up there. And what's nice is every time I order from them, they put a little message on there. And it actually says right here, enjoy Chopper Army.
Cool.
So
That's really
I thought
cute.
that was really cute of them. My next loot comes from Wither Wings Wizarding Wares. They had a pop shop this week. Sorry. And I grabbed a couple things that are not going to restock anymore. So you'll probably like this one, Lady Love. This is Snape as what's it?
Oh, as his grandma.
Grandmother, yeah. So it's a little combo of all the stuff that he's wearing. That I'm actually not keeping. I'm giving that to Melissa.
Aw.
And then I did end up grabbing because the Weasley twins are my favorite characters, so I got their little Weasley wear things. I don't know if this brightness is making it worse. Let me see if that.
It's okay. Just slow down a little bit. Like if you hold it there for a second, it focuses.
Let's see.
Yeah.
And then she had a whole little thing about the passwords in Harry Potter. And so I grabbed one of the ones that I like, which is the Mimbletonia. I think that's correct. So it's like a really pretty, like gold and black pen. Then next is Mad Unicorn. And they do this whole teacup set, although she really doesn't do it anymore. So she kind of does some restocks. So I got, of course, the Weasley twin one and the Dark Mark one. So I want to make sure I get those both.
Like the dark art one. That one looks really cool.
Yeah. I also bought a bunch of her beans. I've shown some of them before, but this one, she did a bunch of the Patronuses. See if I can get this big enough. There we go. Does it focus? It's
give it just a second.
Give it a sec.
No.
It's starting to back up just a little. There you go.
There you go.
So all the various Patronuses. This one is the. I'm gonna say it wrong. How do you say it, Lady Love?
I can't really tell. Is it
the things that you see when you see someone die?
Oh yeah, the
Pestrel.
Thestral. Okay.
Thank you.
Pestrel, yeah.
And then there's also a rabbit one, an otter one, like all the other people's stuff.
That's cool.
Rabbit is Luna. Otter is
Hermione. I have Harry's, which is the stag, and I got a horse, which I believe is Ginny's.
Yes, and then Ron's is the
dog.
Yeah.
It's like Terrier, yeah. That one was in a different set, but I didn't go for it because I wanted that set that I ended up getting. But I didn't. And then this one was cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a plate for Umbridge.
Her name.
Yes, and so you can actually put your own little character in it. Like, so I could put Harvey and Ozabut in there, and then they can be a kitty plate. And
she who shall not be named.
Yes, exactly. And then from it's probably one of my favorite pieces that I got is a very limited edition of the wedding invitation for Fleur and Bill.
Oh, cool.
So I just think it's really, really pretty. It's got this really nice pearlescent effect on the bottom. So it'll go really well with the wedding box that I'm getting in like a couple months.
Cool.
And then lastly is my favorite pins that came in. Well, the one of them was okay, but it's the Weasley twins again. It's supposed to be themed for Deathly Hallows. No. Order of the Phoenix, I think. Sorry, I was just going the wrong one. But I just grabbed that one because, of course, it has the Weasley twins. But what I really got them for was they did the three brothers and these old pins.
Oh, cool.
The problem is they only had 2 in stock, and they're supposed to restocking them. So I'm hoping to grab the other 2 to complete the whole set of them. But these are just beautiful, and they considered these C grades, and I couldn't believe it. There's like some nicks in it, but you can't even tell about it. So that's why I still buy people's lower grade of how would I say oops, I didn't mean to make that bigger, sorry. Yeah,
that's okay.
I meant to do that. But they're lower grade quality of pins because I'm putting them in a collection and it's not like they're going to be compared or
Right.
in detail. So I feel like at least it saves some money that way. But yeah, that is my loots this week. It was a lot of pins.
Oh, but it was
So,
great.
The Bad Batch ones, are those like is that a pre-order situation?
No, they have them available right now. I think on the website if there's anything more left on there.
Okay.
They are quite popular. I can show real quick some of the other ones that they have. I did pull aside in case that was one that was interesting. But I have here's this. I'll show it up here. I'll make myself bigger actually. So forgive me, I'm still learning all their names or whatnot. But I think I don't know which. I think one of them's Rex in there, and then I think 5 in the middle. And I don't know if that one's Echo or not. I think that's Echo. On the edge.
The first one's definitely Rex. I recognize that one.
I think that's the middle's 5, and then the last one was it that one. I think that's that one. And then they did, instead of giving him a helmet, I guess that guy who was the one that was mutated or whatnot, the 99 or something like that. So they made his little badge. And then on this side, I think this is Gregor. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So then they have that one, and then I have these other 2 ones.
Oh wow,
that's so cool.
I don't remember who this one is, unless that one's Gregor. As I said, I'm still trying to learn them all. We're rewatching Clone Wars so that I can kind of pick them all up. And then I don't remember who this one is, but that's another one. But they kind of restock them. I don't remember if it's a girl or a boy, but they do restock them every so often. So that I believe that you would be able to at least grab them. And
I would really like to check that out. JD likes pins too sometimes, like certain ones. He's more into patches than pins. But
there's a lot of people who do patches. There's one Jedi Kaylin, I think is her name. She makes Ahsoka and Hera, and she made a Rex one. She makes all these other random patches and stuff. But the thing is, she's making them herself with her own embroidery machine, so she can only make them so fast, and like they sell out in minutes. But she's willing to restock again. It's just she can only do so much.
Yeah, I've gotten into keychains.
Yeah,
I got a little keychain, little collage on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
JD will change out the patches he puts on his winter coat. Like he has one on each shoulder, and he'll take them off and then sew new ones on every so often, like every couple of years.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. We have like a drawer full of patches for whenever he wants to change them out, or he'll like pin them to a backpack or wherever. Like there's all kinds of options. But that's pretty neat to know. Thanks.
Oh, I can. If he wants any Star Wars ones, I can. When I see them again, I can forward you. Said Star Wars people, like almost all these people also do like patch versions of their pins as well.
Oh, cool.
So if there's any like specific Star Wars character or emblem or something, I could probably find someone who has it eventually. Because I know like MacGuffin Goods that does them. I know Laser Brain sometimes does them of her stuff. So like all of them, at least they do various things. They're not just pins.
It's so fun to like get into all these things that people are finding some love doing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is so rad to me. I'm so excited right now.
An embroidery machine is something I would be interested in. My mom has one of those, but that's something that I would, as a cosplayer, be really, really interested in. Not just to make patches, but to add embellishments to cosplay. Because I've seen some people do some really beautiful things of adding the ornate detail to their costumes, and it just brings it extra life. That's something I would love to invest in at some point.
Same. I'm hoping to invest in one within the next year because it would be really helpful for some of the things that JD and I do to be able to have like tapestries in the background that I can put a specific embroidery design into. And the new ones now you can just program them and they do their thing. You don't have to fuck with them.
So cool.
That's pretty nice.
So cool.
It's kind of like a 3D printer where you put the design on like a thumb drive and then put it into the machine, set it and forget it, as they say. So that's pretty fun.
Yes.
I'm gonna show the one. I went to go find them real quick. The Jedi Kaylin. Hopefully I can pull this tab real quick on here. Is that showing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Oh wow.
That's like some of different. She does the other, like as I said, she's done Hera, she's done emblems as well, I think. But yeah, your imagination is only knows
Is
no
your
bounds, I
limit.
guess.
Yeah. Asajj is one of his favorites. He loves Ahsoka, but like Asajj Ventress holds like a very deep place in his heart.
Well, that's definitely one if he's interested in it.
That's cool.
She doesn't seem to get a whole much love from the Star Wars community in terms of representation. I've seen a couple pins here and there. There isn't much, and so when it does exist, it seems to sell out quite fast.
That's cool. He's done his own custom figures of her, and he usually puts together a pretty good design on like her head and everything with like her little tattoos and stuff and all that. Pretty rad. She's a cool character. I like how she turns out in the end.
Yeah,
I'll just say that.
I like her species, or is it race? I don't know what to call it. I guess
Same thing.
I think it's interesting. What do they call it? The witch? What do they call them?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a name for it. I can't think of it. Sister something.
Aren't they basically the females of Darth Maul's race?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I think they're more powerful than the males. I think just because they have like powers and things of that nature, which I like as a concept of them being technically the higher sex of the two.
Yeah. I got to ask him. I can get back to you guys on that. So. Well, there you go. I think Brian and Eric put it in the chat. Actually, I think
Miriam.
Night Sisters. I was like, I knew it was something. It's like sister or something.
Yeah, I was trying to look up I was looking up like the actual race or species.
Yeah.
It would be Dathomiri because they're from Dathomir. And I didn't think about the Night Sister thing. Who the mother? What is she called? What is her name? Does anybody remember?
I don't know.
You don't remember that part?
I know what you're talking about. The main chick that like
she is wicked as shit. I love her freaking when she talks, the whole deal. Like she's rad. I dig that. Mother Talzin.
Yes,
that's who it is. Anyway, we can go on about something else.
Well, speaking of night, has anyone seen tonight's full moon? It's the first full moon.
Yes, it was beautiful.
It was.
So before it got dark, that was amazing.
They said it's like the wolf moon or something.
Right. Yep.
Whoa.
Wolf moon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's called a wolf moon. Yep.
Because it's the first moon of the new year.
That's awesome.
Well, this is the first one, so let's count.
Yep. It's the first moon of 2021. First full moon.
Full moon. Okay.
Not first moon.
Right.
We haven't seen
a moon in
the term.
That's funny.
I was trying to see if there was any like specific reason outside of it.
I don't know. I just
wolves were
thought
more often howling
at
at this time, apparently. I guess whatever.
It is.
Wolfie
it is
says
really beautiful, though.
Wolfie says it's the best moon in his opinion. Why? I'm curious.
Because he's Wolfie.
Oh.
It's a wolf moon.
Is it like specific just because of its name, or is it just like the time of year? Maybe
I don't
probably
know.
his name.
Secretly a wolf. Ooh,
Maybe he feels like a wolf.
Well, I mean, I am kind of. I times where I feel like I am married to a wolf.
You are married to a wolf.
Scratch that beard. Here you go.
You guys want to hear something I actually did?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
I treated myself. And it doesn't help that Nick enables me because I'm just like, I shouldn't do this. He's like, yes, you should do it anyway.
Should always treat yourself.
So you all know my particular fandom that I'm into.
No idea.
The show was shot in Vancouver, and I guess after they shut down production, they had a big sale of set pieces and props. But you had to like be there in person. Obviously, not feasible. But people went and bought stuff, and then they put it up on eBay. So I may have bought a couple of set pieces from the show.
Care to tell, or are you gonna wait to show once you get it?
I actually got them already. They're on my shelf.
What?
What'd you get?
I actually got two metal pieces. Like I'm gonna ask Nick to go get them for me, and he's actually already standing up as I start talking about them. He's that awesome.
It's like, oh, okay, I'll go. Get
I found out why it's called a wolf moon. It's because it when it started, it was predicted that wolves howled more during this time because they thought they were hungry because of lack of food.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're finding that it's other reasons as to why wolves may be howling more during this time here, this time of the year.
Are they mating?
Some of it, yeah, it is kind of that it's finding it's like to locate pack members, reinforce social bonds, and coordinate hunting.
Probably because of the winter, because it is cold and there's hibernation, so it's probably not so much out and about. They need to come together. Ooh, okay. So explain what is this piece in the series?
Ooh.
What is this piece for? I'm gonna make you bigger.
You did.
This is a water pitcher.
Okay.
And I still have to. I'm in the middle of a rewatch, so I'm keeping my eyes out. These weren't identified as like which episode they were in or whatever, but this was a set piece from the show,
Right.
and so
that's actually from the show. It's actually
it was a set piece. It was like it was used to decorate the set at some point. Like it was on as part of the show.
Okay.
And then there's
Whoa.
Is it like a flower design on the edging?
yeah, it's like a really cool little like flower design.
It looks like it's tarnished a little.
It is.
Yeah.
It needs a good scrub, but it looks, it looks very witchy to me. So it's probably in like one of the witch episodes.
I kind of like the tarnished look on it. It gives it some.
Yeah, I kind of do too, actually, which is why I haven't done anything with it yet, and I might not.
It looks like it was used to burn something, and
A candle or
and it has that look of that patina of like something that got burned inside of it.
And actually, the inside does kind of have like that kind of look to it, so it's possible. But yeah, it's like little bits of history off that show, and I indulged.
She nerded out a little.
Actually, not bad. I mean, I honestly didn't spend that much. I got a good price on both of them. Even I think they were like $40 Canadian each, so it wasn't.
No, that's not bad at all.
No.
Did you get anything like with it that said that it was part of like on the show?
No, but in the description, the person had like a picture of the hand, like their handout from the sale, and like a little like proof of sale thing, but it was just a picture. They didn't send it with because they bought a whole bunch of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure that because they're just selling offset pieces, there's not really authentication or certificates of authentication or something of that nature.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm
still really cool.
But the seller had like 100% rate, and this is what they do. They buy like stuff off of like shows that stop and like resell it, and they had like 100%, feedback. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word there for a second.
I always check that. Yeah.
Oh, me too. I was like, okay, 100% feedback, and they did this multiple times. So I'm like, okay, I trust it. And
That's like
it's cool. Little thing that makes me happy.
Katie's really into Mike Mignola. Did like the Hellboy comics and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
I found him this for Christmas, and I did the whole eBay thing too.
Oh, nice.
And it's all just pictures and shit. But he signed it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
And
That's
it's
cool.
like really good copies of his original like ink art, and it's numbered.
Oh, wow.
So I think if you find the right person, like the right seller, like some of that shit looks like it's inked in the book. It's kind of crazy. But if you find the right seller, you can do really well on eBay if you pay attention. So that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I've been gypped before.
I think it's kind of a risk of some of those doing eBay and stuff like that. You really have to read the directions and whatnot from it.
I don't do a lot of eBay. Like my old profile, I lost because I couldn't remember the password. I hadn't used it in like a decade, but I was like, you know what? When I heard about the sale and like the actual props, like authentic, like the like props, like costumes that were
Mhm.
identifiable to the main characters went through an auction process.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were going to.
Holy shit. Like the amount of money people spent. Like a chair, a basic
Mhm.
looking chair, that was identifiable as being like part of the set. Seriously went for like $2,000. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap. I mean, I'm a fan, but holy shit.
Do you ever look at some of those like the Star Wars auctions that they do? That's like legit.
I'm sure those go through
that
the roof.
shit. It's fucking crazy.
That's actually really funny that you mentioned an auction, because I was just talking about this with some of my coworkers, and I asked my anime friends one year, and it happens to be actually 10 years ago. I just happened to say roughly 10 years. It's 10 years ago. And I don't know if I ever talked about it. There was an auction at the end of the convention at Fanime, and it was unique art pieces that were done by various manga artists, and voice actors had signed stuff. And they auctioned it because it was the tsunami, I think, that had hit Japan, so they were trying to like support back Japan and everything that had happened with it. And so I had asked them about that auction, and one of the pieces that was like the prime piece was how would I say it? It was this picture of Kenshin, and I asked them to give me said post information. I'm see if I can try to pull it up, but it's like unique. It was this guy who was never drawn, like this version that was never drawn before. And we were there when it was the auction happened, and a bunch of the people were kind of pooling their money together, and they were outbid by someone who wasn't there. That was like our art piece, like collector.
That's
something
crazy.
Wow. It ended up going for $15,000 is what it ended up.
Crap.
Not
I'm gonna say.
surprised. Not surprised at all.
I know a lot of the set pieces from Harry Potter, but in Orlando and over in London on the Warner Brother tours.
Yeah.
Like you can walk into like Honeydukes and they actually have props from like the Honeydukes in the store.
Wow.
That's freaking nuts, man.
They actually took some of the stained glass from Hogwarts and put it in to some of the stores in like Florida
totally
and
cool.
over in London.
That's actually really cool.
Those are my two like bucket list things to do, is to go to Orlando and go to London and do the
Harry Potter tour.
Do the Harry Potter tours.
So I don't know if I can get this much bigger, but it's this version of Kenshin, and it's just like I guess some kind of unique thing. As you can see, the $15,000 that it went for.
Good.
It was kind of crazy going in for it. I never experienced something like that, like live. An auction house is probably one of those things. You just like you almost just want to participate even if you don't have money. You're like, I'm gonna get on the action. I think that's where I've had problems with the eBay in the past with things of that nature, but it's like you just feel like I want it, and I think it's kind of funny because any collecting community I think gives the same kind of feeling. I'm sure all the boys in the chat or you guys in general probably have participated in a drop, and you're just there. Like
Yeah.
Last night I went into Target and I got in line, and we found out that the line I was in for was for Pokemon cards, and it wasn't for the checkout line. They're like,
oh wow.
Okay. Like I wasn't there for long. It was like
it's like the guy, our guys waiting at Target at 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Time isn't even there.
It's the thrill to get this box of the said toy, the G.I. Joe.
Funny thing is that's
Going
kind
to
of go ahead.
Going to 5 Targets in one morning to go looking for fucking G.I. Joes.
Don't get me started on the G.I. Joe shit.
That chat group was like, I went to like 6 Targets and a Kmart and this and a that. And I'm like, what the hell?
I'm sorry, and I know everybody's probably gonna get really mad at me in the chat, but fuck those fucking G.I. Joes. I'm
Thank you. I agree.
How do you feel about G.I. Joe?
No, I don't hate G.I. Joe. I'm tired of the fucking Hasbro 6-inch line. Like, it's fucking crap. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
But what's really funny is
Hmm?
Do you like pork chop sandwiches?
I think it's really funny because of doing hunts. You can identify collectors. I mean, Jason and I,
Oh,
we
yeah.
will be at Target and we want to be like, there's a collector, there's a collector, there's
Yes.
a collector. And we will follow them in and they go straight to the toys. And we're like, yep.
Mhm.
Gore has seen the same person in multiple locations, like on the same day. Going through, they followed like the same path as like, okay, go to this Target,
Oh, wow.
Walmart, go to Toys R. Well, back when Toys R Us existed, Toys R Us, all those type of things. Like he would have a path, and he would see the same person. Like
There was one time Jason and I were up in Pennsylvania visiting Chan and JD, and we were at their Target, and I saw a guy walk in. I said, he's a collector. He's going to the toys. I followed him. And he went straight to the
followed
toys.
him like a
He
creep.
went first to the NECA, and then he went to the toy aisles, and I was like,
I
and
can't.
I looked at him. I was like, "You looking for?" I can't remember what it was at the time, and he just kind of like stopped.
What, turtles?
He was like, "I know
What?
collectors.
How do you know?
I'm one.
How do you know?
I'm part of a collecting
So
community."
the funny thing about PA is like you got to decide. Like I play a little game with myself, and if I think they're a collector, I'm like, are they going for like the NECA Star Wars stuff? You know, like are they going to go for the same kind of shit I'm looking for, or are they here for Hot Wheels? Because
Yep.
PA is huge in Hot Wheels for
Oh,
some
yeah.
fucking reason. I don't know.
Well, there's
Legos are big down here.
if you look online, there's actually Russ has been watching a lot of them. There are people who actually restore Hot Wheels cars, and it's like it's insane how you have to do it. Like they'll strip them all the way down to the metal and like strip all the paint off and completely redo the axles and all. Like, oh my gosh!
So most of the toy shows that are around us that like are right around Harrisburg and York are like that's what the majority of the toy show will be Hot Wheels of some sort, and antiques and collectibles based off of Hot Wheels for the last 100 fucking years.
Oh wow.
And these dudes are like old dudes and they're picking apart Hot Wheels and they've got like bins of them and they've got them in the collector's boxes. And it's a huge thing around here.
I remember that when I would go to like, antique stores or like flea markets, there'd be guys with like these display racks of Hot Wheels when I lived up in PA. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone's got their thing. I mean, I collect stuff from a TV show for crying out loud, but
right.
Actually, you guys want to hear something really cool? The other thing I used to collect a lot of was Firefly, another TV show. Apparently, I like TV shows.
Good one.
Oh yeah.
And I did a loot crate for the longest time with them. Got a decent collection actually. And then I kind of like switched my resources to Supernatural. But I got this subscription for the longest time. And sorry, my brain just kind of went, what were you saying?
It's okay.
We all have this.
But the last box I had gotten sucked for the money I was paying for it. So I'm like, I'm done. This is terrible.
Yeah.
So I canceled, and the box was also like 3 months late. And then they stopped. They're like, we have to shut down. We're not doing so hot. I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm canceling. They, I guess, are restarting it. They actually just sent, and I haven't paid for this. They sent me a box of loot.
No shit.
Oh wow.
They sent boxes out to all their customers to like kind of repair the relationship.
It was a can we wheel them back in?
And they can't because I like I said, I'm kind of my resources are now diverted to like I feel like my Firefly collection is complete. I'm shifting my resources. But I got a box full of awesome stuff.
Cool.
They sent a jacket. They sent patches. They sent mug. They sent like a whole box of a blanket. Like, oh my gosh! And if you guys know
that is desperate.
Yeah, they're very desperate. But and I'm not going to re-sign with them. But I love the fact that they sent me easily, probably $100 worth of loot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I know. I watch so many different like Harry Potter unboxing. I'm just like, I want. I can't get that price. I'm like, I can't afford $54 or $75. Like,
I think with the loot crates, I would agree with you. But the thing is that for me, it's more like I want one of the items that are in there, and the rest is just like crap.
Yeah, it's just meh.
It's like I can't justify them.
Well, what is nice with some of the boxes, because I follow some of the boxes on like Facebook and Instagram, you can actually go in and buy some of the stuff, like some of the individual pieces that you want, and it's like one of those. It's like, oh, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. Next thing I know, like I'm looking at my cart, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like $150.
Yeah, I would have just been better to buy the $55 one.
I actually do a box for Supernatural. It comes out once a quarter, so I can justify the $50. It's only every quarter.
Yeah,
but
$200 a year. That's not nothing.
Yeah,
and it's not bad. Sorry,
it's not bad. It's for the amount that I work. I can justify it. What I can't justify is going to a Supernatural convention that's in Orlando at the end of this year. I want to go so bad.
You're right there. Right.
I don't know.
You have to go.
What if they're there? What if Jared, what's his name, Palawaki or whatever his name is there?
Him and Jensen Ackles.
How much would it be?
I don't know who the other guy is. I only know the one guy from Gilmore Girls. So.
How much would it be? It's a convention, right?
Well, to actually do it like with like the photo ops, because you can actually buy like photo ops and like some extra stuff like panels with the two main actors and like to like do it the way I would really want to do it if I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you have to. That would be 300 or 1,000. 1,000.
I get that. I do.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Because of all the
my first 100, but 3,000. Yeah.
That's tough, man.
It's an experience.
I'd be there, no problem.
Yeah.
3,000. But that would be like, you know, they call it the gold package, where you get like photo ops, you get like all the panel access, you get reserved seats, so you don't have to like fight to get a seat, and you get like a seat near the front, and like it'd be like $3,000 minimum. And I'm like,
it's one of those like you're experiencing it, and you want the full experience. You're not going to do it again. It's not like something you would do.
Yeah, this would be a one and done. Yeah. So to do it, I'd want to do it like, you know, do it right. You know, do it. Not just like show up and walk through the room and like sit in the back of a room for panels that aren't even like the main guys.
Yeah.
Did anybody win the lottery yet?
Yeah, I
play.
No, not yet.
I know. We all play. We might get lucky. No, what we do to play the lottery, we have to go to like some boon ass state in the middle of nowhere. You know, some boony state. Go to that one like.
Hey, don't talk about Kentucky like that.
Not even Kentucky. I'm talking like further west and stuff. To that one gas station.
Just say
like a broken pump. And buy the lottery ticket there, and you might win.
That's the only reason to go to Ohio.
Shit. Every time I'm there.
I don't know. You got like North Dakota as well. I mean.
I think that was probably the hardest part about driving to Chicago was Ohio.
Yes.
Anyway.
But they sell liquor in their Target.
That's
so weird. No, that's just weird to me because they sell that stuff in California. You can buy that anywhere, alcohol anywhere.
See, that was a shock to me because here in Virginia, you can buy everything but liquor in your Target.
Yep.
Same thing.
You have to go to the liquor store.
That pisses me off. That pisses me off. No, I need my liquor available at all times in my local Target. That is unacceptable. That was a monster
mixing bowl mug.
Yeah, exactly.
And something that is even weirder about liquor, you got your beer distributors and your state stores.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, you know, you're having a big party for something. Okay, who's driving over to the beer distributor? Drive in the beer distributor. They put it in the trunk. You drive out.
Well, then you go to Maryland, where to get any alcohol, you have to go to the liquor store. You can't go to your local grocery store. No.
Yeah, but Maryland has drive-through liquor stores.
Yes.
That
was a shock for me when I went to college the first time up in Maryland. I was at the Walmart getting stuff, and I wanted some beer. And I am looking and looking, going like, where the hell is their alcohol? And I finally go to someone, I'm like, where's your beer? Like, where are you hiding it? And they're like, oh, we don't sell it here. You have to go to one of the liquor stores. I was like, Are you serious? I have to make another trip just to get beer.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I've lived in this state for over 2 decades. How do you think I feel, man? I can't. Every time I go outside of state is a trip. Like every time I go to
But then again,
You're
one good thing about Frostburg is you literally an alcohol store on every corner.
There you go.
there's liquor stores like everywhere to compensate. So
I
thankfully,
mean, I had
the
one I
world was
walked
a
to
walk
from
away.
my apartment. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome, but it was also really bad.
Maryland's weird, guys. Don't come here. Maryland's
No.
weird.
I love you, Ams, but
Don't worry, I want to move. It's okay. Don't worry. You can insult Maryland all you want. I don't think they. I think they know.
but then again, I know Maryland bashes on Virginia, so it's all good. We hate each other.
Yeah, exactly.
We do. Especially the drivers. Everybody, Virginia bitches about Maryland drivers, and Maryland
Yeah,
bitches about Virginia drivers.
And then, but we all agree that DC still sucks worse.
Yep.
And we all also agree about the diplomats.
Oh.
God.
Mm-mm.
DC is the hole. That's all it is. You just try to avoid it as much as you can. I'd rather avoid the belt to go to Virginia. I know. Trying to go through DC is so.
Oh God, no! I stay away from DC as much as possible.
Oh,
I had a friend of mine that used to live outside of DC, and the only way to get to her house was to drive on the Beltway. There was no way around it. I would try to time it. I would go see her, and I would try to time it, like, you know, get there real early in the morning, so I'd leave, like, really kind of, like, no matter what time. No matter what time I got on the Beltway.
Always busy.
Oh yeah.
Like, where the
Or
why?
you're doing construction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that too.
Always.
Oh my God, yeah, they are. Wait a minute.
The mixing bowl, I swear, is still being built.
Look,
And it's
when
been
they-
over 12 years since they started.
when they built the mixing bowl, when they redid the mixing bowl in Springfield, it was already 8 years behind. It was when they even said when it's finished, it's going to be 8 years behind what we're going to need when it's done. So, and you know, and you drive down there, and back when they were building it, it was like every other day they'd change the lanes, but not tell you that they were changing the lanes. And the last minute you'd be driving down and be like, oh, 495 West is on that side now? Shit. Now I got to go driving across 5 lanes of traffic. And
Yeah.
No one dies. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, no. And
I
then
feel
when
like-
they decided to make this fucking toll on 95.
oh, the
395 and 95.
the HOV. Oh, the HOV ones.
Yeah, turn to tolls.
Yeah, it's well, the tolls on 395 and 95. That's for the HOV lanes.
Yep.
Which, I mean, is fine, because if you have 3 people in the car, you're good as long
It's
as you
still,
have the HOV Flex, but
Yeah.
you know, the Easy Pass Flex or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's they're
So
taking
many
60.
rules.
Yeah, they're taking 66 and they're turning it, and then they're putting in, you know, HOV lanes finally. But you know, it's like, great, okay,
It's like, can you take any more money from us?
of course.
Try. They will try.
And
Yeah.
it's like, we don't see any of it back.
No,
And it's just, and I mean, we have an easy, well, I got an easy pass of work for one time. And now we just kind of use it because we do to go to Jason's mom. I tried to stay away from like 66 and 28 because she's out in Sterling. And the only way to get there is like 28. But I go down to Toll Road and I take that to go to Sterling.
there you go.
And it's only a few bucks doing that way.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I'm staying away from 66, staying away from 28, or that whole clusterfuck of them fixing that whole area. And I know Anna knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And 66 is a clusterfuck right now.
No tank. No tanks.
I'm telling you, I know that it doesn't sound like I should understand, but Pennsylvania is under construction on a regular fucking basis. There's
Oh my God!
I noticed that.
Did they ever finish the bridge?
Which one?
Oh, from the East Shore to the West Shore. I forget what it was called.
Kinda.
Oh God.
Everything's always kind of finished until we decide to get back out there. Yeah.
Oh, PennDOT totally sucks.
Somebody said that somebody said a couple years ago, and it made me laugh really hard, and it stuck with me, as like Pennsylvania's state bird is the construction flag or some shit.
Yes.
I say Ohio's official animal is a cone. Construction.
Yeah. I tell you, every time I've been into Pennsylvania, and like we drive through Pennsylvania to go to New York and go see my in-laws and everything, you hit the state line and it's like, oh look, construction. Of course there's construction. No matter which side we go on, no matter where we go at, there's construction. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
It's kind of ridiculous. And you never know where you're going. You're just waiting to be told which way to go. And then you have all these people who are in much more of a hurry than you're in, and they're flying around you in exit ramps and on ramps and weaving in and out of traffic in such ways that you're like, okay, it's a 2-lane highway. You're really in that much of a fucking hurry, you retard. You know, like there's just like constant.
Yes.
I remember when I was learning how to drive, because it would get an insurance discount, I got a driving instructor, like an actual professional driving instructor. And we get in his car, and he has the car with like the 2 brake pedals and all that. You know, he had, and we go driving, and we're doing okay. We're driving around my area, which is fairly congested. Bucks County is like right near Philly, and it's very congested. And that's where I was living at the time. And he's like, okay, we're going to get on the highway. I'm like, we're going to do what now?
No.
Route 1, which is pretty much a highway.
That way.
And then he's like, no, we're going to get on 95. I'm like, we're going to do what now?
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm a 16-year-old with a learner's permit, and he takes me on to 95.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
395, 495, you know, all that.
I actually asked him, I'm like, is your life insurance up to date?
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite roads to drive on in PA is the Turnpike, though. And I know
I love the Turnpike.
Yeah.
Oh, you can go 1,000 miles an hour.
Smooth shit sailing. You just truck it, man.
Yep.
You can fucking fly. It's great.
No, I don't like driving on it.
One time I was on the Turnpike in my 84 Chevy Cavalier, which was my first car. 84 Chevy Cavalier with the AM radio. I had a little shower radio that I hung on the knob so I could have an FM radio. And I maxed out the speedometer on the 84 Chevy Cavalier, which is about 85 miles an hour, maybe 90. And I was being passed.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
I feel like that way sometimes 95 just below south of Spotsy, and people just fly down that.
Yeah.
But and then as you get closer to Richmond, you have to.
Did I tell you guys about the chick that followed me when I went to drop Marissa or Fen off at her dad's to meet with her dad the one weekend? Like, we met at a neutral place. It was like a gas station off of an exit or whatever. And this chick followed me to the exit because I had like some traffic issues running 81 because I had to take 81 south from Harrisburg down into Chambersburg or in that direction. And there were some traffic issues. Some people who were following each other from New York State were trucking down through 81, and they were fucking traffic up all over the place. Like, they were cutting people off just to stay in their caravan, and like all this shit was going on. It was kind of a nightmare to get away from them. They were all in black SUVs of different makes and models, but like I was assuming they were family or whatever on a trip. And I kept getting stuck in between 2 of them because I'd try to pass them and then they would like pinch me off. And I'm like, cocksuckers, like I'm fucking down, all the way down through. And there's this dude in this pickup truck hauling what I think was like a pop-up camper behind him. and he was drifting around in like the right lane. Like he wouldn't go fast. He wouldn't slow down enough anybody could get in front of him. He just kept drifting around beside all of these freaking SUVs, and me pinched in between all of them at different points in time. And this is a 45-minute drive. It's not that long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this chick in this little freaking 4-door sedan, red, whatever the hell it was, she kept trying to pass me, and I'm in the left lane the majority of the time, stuck in between all these SUVs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she kept trying to pass me, and you're not supposed to pass in the right lane. Let's just get that out of the way. It's a 2-lane highway. We were trucking it right around 90 mile an hour, and I'm wedged between these fucking SUVs, right? And this truck with the trailer is like, I'm going 60. Nah, I'm going to go 75. Wait a minute. I'll pick it up to like 80, and then I'll slow down again. You know, like he's just like, woo, 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 the whole fucking time, and I can't get over into the right lane just to fucking have a decent speed or anything like that. So eventually I just got pissed off, and I'm like 2 miles from the exit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm pulling over behind this. No, it was way before that. It wasn't 2 miles. Regardless, I went to go pull over into the right lane, and this chick in this little fucking 4-door car is trying to pass me, and I couldn't see her.
Oh no.
So I went to get over into the right lane behind this truck, and she's speeding up as I'm trying to get over. And she like flips out, slams on her horn, veers over off into the side of the road into the dirt, and I couldn't see her. Like I didn't even know until I saw her. Like she was already on the berm of the road when I finally saw her and heard her at the same time, because music's cranked in the car when I'm driving. I'm not I'm a fucking nutbag, you know? So she got all jacked and followed me to the exit. I want to say it was probably 6 miles she followed me to the exit. Got off the exit behind me. Yeah. Got off the exit behind me, followed me to the gas station, and proceeded to get out of her car and try to tell me off. And
you shouldn't have been a dumbass and been driving in my blind spot like that.
She's on the phone and she's like, I'm talking to the police right now. And I'm like, she's like some college kid. And I'm like, dude, you are not talking to the cops right now. I could see her phone. It said Travis with 2 hearts on either side of it. And I told her, I said, why don't you tell Travis how fast you were going in the right lane, trying to pass me at the same time? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You said that's a cop, right? And she got all like, what do you mean? I'm like, do you know that it's illegal to pass in the right lane? Do you know the speed limit on the highway? Are you aware of any of the things that you were doing? And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I think you owe me an apology. And I got out of my car with my cane.
Oh, shit.
I was like, what am I apologizing for? And she was like, nothing, ma'am, nothing. And she fucking ran and got back in the car.
Great.
First off, a cop would tell you not to follow someone.
No,
yeah, that was stupid.
That is asking you to get shot.
Yeah,
that's a no-no. That's a no-no. You don't do that. That's fucked up.
Just inviting you to get your ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was jacked, dude. I was so fucking jacked. I was like, this motherfucker.
I was there.
Motherfucker. I was all pissed. I flipped out for days about that shit. I did. I was fucking. I was all mad. God, I couldn't stop. The kids kept looking at me like
the Travis with the 2 hearts.
Well, if he was a cop, he probably with him because he had handcuffs.
And if I'm thinking of where you were, yeah, that's not an area you fuck around in.
It's not even that. It's just like one of the things that you're not supposed to do that shit.
No.
Yeah.
Like if you have a problem with another driver, you're supposed to call a police officer. You don't follow them.
Yeah.
And try to create an issue or a scene. You don't know what they're going to do to you. You don't know what I am capable of. You don't know what kind of person I am. You don't know anything about me. I could have put a gun.
That person.
Yeah. Right.
Jeez.
Oh,
That needs to be our title for next week, Travis.
Oh, Joe. Oh my gosh.
Travis, two hearts. There you go.
Yeah, it has to be two hearts.
has to be.
There you go.
Yeah, I know how to make a heart. Yeah, that's right. I'm old enough to do that.
Emojis, the old school heart emojis.
Oh, it's
Oh
so
my
When you had
gosh.
to the flip phone and you had to just
Nick
to
and I
get
used to
one
have a
letter you
code.
had 4 times.
We would just text 143 to each other
Mm-hmm.
instead of going I L.
right.
Because
Right.
it was a lot faster.
Okay.
It was really funny too because my ex was sitting there in the car beside my car watching this go down, dying laughing. Like she's standing there, like 4 feet from my car, yelling at me through my driver's side window. When I turned and looked at him, and I picked up my cane, and he looked at me and just started dying laughing. We do not get along either. Like we're not friends, but he was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna get funny."
Would have been rude.
It's so funny.
That's awesome.
It's like when guys try to like start something with Jason and Jason gets out of the car and it's like, you want to continue? And the other guy say, they're like, nope.
It's really weird though. Like you don't expect some like early 40s-year-old chick to jump out of her car with a stick. Like that's just not something you expect.
I mean, because we know you, it doesn't surprise us.
What are you trying to say, Bethany?
You could fuck someone up.
It's okay. I'm not stable. It's fine.
Who is?
I don't think any of us are.
No, none of us are.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know.
Stability?
What's this here?
We don't know her.
Normal's overrated.
It's a setting on your washing machine. That's what JD always says.
That's right.
That's about all it is. I'm sorry. Normal's boring. I refuse to be boring.
Have you met normal people? They are boring. Like, oh my god. Last time I met a normal person, I was like, ooh. I don't want to be here. Oh no, you have like no life in you. Oh my. Oh.
There's too much dead going on here. I gotta leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be around someone who has like life and vigor and the
Yeah. You need a little
Exactly.
crazy for that.
Oh,
I
God,
apologize sometimes. I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry I'm so crazy. He's like, you're crazy? What? No. Yeah.
Nick and I always say our crazy fits together so well, which is
Yeah. I'm just saying, just get a bunch of us in one room and you'll see what it's. Oh wait, that's a convention. You want to see crazy? Just go to a convention and then you'll really see crazy.
I always say there's no such thing as crazy. There's no such thing as normal because everybody has their own version of normal. It's just one of those things that we try to go, oh, well, that's normal. Well, my normal to me is probably crazy to everybody else, and I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that should be the attitude that everybody should have. Be you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It was. You guys want to hear something funny?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I always preface that because I know you guys do. So I finally got to that age where it's like I don't care. I'm me. If I want to get a nose piercing, I'm gonna do it. I want to get extra earrings, I'm gonna do it. I want to get my tattoos, I'm gonna do it.
Totally.
And so the wrist tattoos, the nose piercing, and the extra earrings are fairly recent, and I had to have a little Zoom chat with my regional boss. She was just doing like a check-in thing with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit down, pull my mask off because I'm only one in the room so she can see me while we talk. And she's like, everything okay? I'm like, why? She's like, your ears, your nose, your wrists. I'm like, oh yeah, I just got some stuff done. She's like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just I'm at that point where if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it.
That's right.
And she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm getting a tattoo in a couple weeks. Another one.
cool.
It's going to be a family tattoo on my arm of the birth month flowers for Nick, myself, and our son.
Aw, that's
Oh,
cool.
awesome.
And I told the artist she's the one who did this, and my gecko on my ankle. I asked her to do like line work with it, she's calling it a mandala effect, but it's not like a true mandala. It's just like really pretty scrolly lines.
Mhm.
I told her that part is completely up to you. However you want to do it. All I ask is that these flowers are in it. So I'm going to get that done.
Right.
Yeah, my first sitting will be in about 2 weeks.
Oh, cool.
I can't wait.
That's
I'm
pretty
excited
awesome.
for you.
And next time I get to Pennsylvania, I still want to get that tree of life. Seriously, I'm serious.
I would.
Yeah.
JD, did you see the one JD just finished up on my hand?
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
That
wicked.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's
It's still
Ahsoka's team, the 502 or something.
That looks
Yeah.
really cool.
it's still healing, so it's a little bit flaky, but
That looks really cool.
I like how he did it. I like how he worked it
That looks
out.
awesome.
I
That
love
looks awesome.
Man, I need to get my next tattoo. Oh God, I need like $200. I get the one on my shoulder. I just want to get cherry blossoms, just like right here.
Oh, cool.
Keep on
That's
talking about it.
I want a dragon coming up over my shoulder and then just like resting his head like over like near my collarbone.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I still want a dragon. I for the longest time wanted a dragon like on my right wrist, like
Mhm.
sort of, like to represent my art, like because that's what started it all for me when I was in middle school. Was just drawing dragons. That's how like
Right.
I become an artist.
Mhm.
That's cool.
But I'm just like, it might be too much. Trying to do like a whole freaking like 3-dimensional like sleeve on my forearm, maybe not.
Nah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, actually.
It would.
A good tattoo.
I think it would
artist
look
be
cool
able
as shit.
to-
Say again, Bethany.
A good tattoo artist would be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might take a few sessions, but you know.
Always.
Mm.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
tattoos always take a few sessions. You don't want anybody that's gonna dump something on you real quick like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I know.
That's
I've seen what those look like.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's-
BD.
I mean, they look good like right after they're done, and then you start seeing, as they heal.
Plus, those I want with color. And I know that certain colors fade over time because Max got a tattoo with that same orange that you have on your hand, Jan. And it's actually faded like over a few years. So
I'll say this. It also depends on your skin tone and how much sun exposure you have. So if you're not using any kind of like protection in the sun, every color is going to fade pretty rough, and bright colors will always fade really quickly, but mine's like 2 years old probably. And it's still like all the stuff around the Ahsoka helmet thing is brand new at the clouds, and then the ones further up my arm are like 2 years old.
okay.
It's just a matter of like making a decision if you're gonna take care of the artwork or if you're gonna just kind of go about business like nothing's there. It's that kind of thing,
Well,
and
you
it kind of
always get
forces you to take
colors
care of
touched
yourself too.
Yeah.
Huh?
And you can always get the colors touched up. Like every day, I put my oil lily on my face with SPF because I'm paper white.
Yeah.
Like I need SPF. Even if I didn't live in Florida, I wore SPF every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I SPF my wrists every day just to protect, these little ones. And, and I put just regular lotion on the gecko because it's on my ankle, and I wear long pants to work. But if I'm, going to go out with like a dress on or something, SPF on that too. Once it heals up, I just had to get that touched up because right after she did it, I think I told you guys it got stepped on by a dog
Mhm.
and shredded. And, the color fell off, like my skin fell off, and it was like, but she fixed it, and she didn't even charge me.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Like an hour touch up, and she had to recolor the whole thing. She didn't charge me.
That's very nice. of her.
Nice.
A good tattoo artist won't. They'll keep their work fresh if like if you come back to the same person who did the original work, they'll touch up for for nothing or minimum charge, you know.
She
like,
didn't charge me a cent, and I'm like, hell no, you should have charged me. So I tipped her like $50. I was like,
Nice.
Yeah.
I basically tipped her like $1 a minute because I was like, no, because it wasn't anything that she did, or it wasn't like a healing complication. It was a fucking dog stepped on my ankle
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
and really scraped the shit out of it. And oh my god, that hurt so bad.
I'm sorry.
But you know, once it healed up, she fixed it, and I'm like, nah, yep, yeah, we're. You know, it was like late in the day. It was like right before the shop closed. She fit me in, got it done, and I'm like, no, I'm paying for this. Come on now.
You also have to remember to take care of yourself during these processes, because I have a friend who got a very small tattoo during like a weekend of binge drinking, and it turned into an infected tattoo because she wasn't healing properly. You got too many toxins in your system, and it's not going to do you any good at all. You know, you have to take care of yourself, and that's the other thing about getting tattoos is it does force you to take care of yourself. You're taking care of your skin, you're taking care of your internal parts because you want to heal properly when you get them. It's a whole deal.
Isn't that why a lot of tattoo artists won't take anyone that's high or drunk?
Oh, they shouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
Too much alcohol in your
Too much issues of bleeding.
You're already putting your body into shock. You know, like you gotta
Not
do it right.
in your mind. That's not. Yeah, no, I
It's
wouldn't.
a permanent thing. Like you shouldn't be impaired at all when you make the decision.
No.
Like any decision, like any tattoo I've gotten was so thought out. It wasn't even funny. Like, you know, the one on my back I've had for 20 years was a doodle I was doodling for years, and it, you know, I got it turned into a tattoo, and you know, my little symbols of, you know, what I do. Sorry, my phone.
I love those. They're so cute.
And even like my gecko, you know, it's all very thought out before I do it. You know, it's like there's no impulse because it's like that's just a bad idea.
No spring break deciding to get a tattoo.
Big old tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp with your whale tail.
I don't have one of those unless you consider my whole back the tramp stamp.
No, that's art.
It's like onto the cheeks, up the back.
See, I have the one on my back predates. First of all, predates the term tramp stamp, but it's not. You know, when I hear tramp stamp, I'm thinking that big thing across the, you know, right across the butt. I just have a small tattoo on my back, but it's on my lower spine because 20 years ago, I didn't feel comfortable putting it somewhere visible because I was, you know,
in a position you couldn't.
I couldn't. I was in vet school, and it was not culturally, you know, it wasn't really acceptable enough yet that I felt comfortable doing it. I'm like, this would limit me employment wise if I have it visible, so I put it on my back because
I mean, it still is, and it still would. Like, just all of this on my hands is enough for me to not get certain jobs and stuff like that. So, you know,
and I mean,
marked me.
I know, like I have scars on my arms, not from self-harm or anything, but it's like from scratches, like dings and nicks and bug bites and cat nails and dog nails, and my forearms are like a scarred up mess, and I would love to cover that all with a tattoo,
right?
But I can't, not yet. You know, it's not in my line of work, not yet. So that'll be my retirement project when I retire. We get these done.
Yes.
But I can't do it, you know, right now because it would limit me. Like upper arm, no problem. You know, ankle, no problem. Like even my wrists, not a problem. But like the forearms would be a problem.
Yeah, that's still kind of the same. It depends with education. A lot of times it depends on like your principal and their view and how high you like. Are you teaching high school, middle school, elementary? Like elementary, you can get away with, and it just again depends on the principal.
So I didn't quite think that it was going to still be that big of a deal for people to be covered in tattoos, you know, and in where we're at in the world right now. But then again, I can be kind of naive about people being open-minded. So did any of you guys ever hear the story about us doing what we call a rock swap in the parking lot of Bob Evans?
I mean, I've heard.
We went to a RetroCon the first time JD and I went. We only went for the day, and then we all went. Like there were 4 of us that went to go grab something to eat before we headed back to Harrisburg because RetroCon's out near Philly, and we stopped at a Bob Evans, which was in a hotel parking lot, and are like, "Oh, what'd you get? What'd you find?" Blah blah blah, and everybody opens up their trunks, and we're all running back and forth between each other's trunks with bags and boxes, and look at this and check this out and all this other shit. And I guess the manager wanted to call the police because they didn't know what we were doing.
Oh no.
And there's JD in a dark hoodie with the hood up, covered in tattoos,
Oh, jeez.
bearded, and tattoos on his neck, and all this other kind of shit. And we went inside, and luckily the hostess was a halfway decent older lady who was like warned us. And then the whole time we all just sat there watching everybody sort of eyeball us and get our food late. And the manager just kind of like stood behind the counter of the Bob Evans, just sort of staring at us. And it was just a really awkward situation. And JD's told me time and time again that he gets profiled pretty much everywhere he goes. And I was like, oh, come on, it can't be that bad. And then there's that instance, and I'm like, okay, so we can't exchange and sell toys out of the trunks of vehicles in Bob Evans parking lots anymore.
Nope.
Now you do
How
it in
dare you,
Buffalo
those
Wild
toys.
Wings.
Yeah.
That's hot commodities. You know those are illegal.
Oh, right?
Well, it's
God damn it.
funny how much Jason gets profiled.
Does he really?
Yeah. We've walked into like stores, like we'll walk into like Best Buy once. And
Yep. Brian was with us.
yeah.
Aw, that poor hostess.
And like there was one of those like the security, like theft prevention person, and they would Jason and I would be walking, and you would see like you could tell like in your preferable vision like he was following us, and I finally I looked over and looked right at him and was like, serious.
I'm kind of excited to see what goes down now because JD's got like this wizard beard starting. Like it's ever so close to being like a Gandalf beard,
What he needs is a lizard hat.
I kind of want to see what happens now. It should just make him a big robe.
If he walks around like that, I'd be very curious to see what.
Oh, that'd be
I could
hilarious.
see him rocking it. I could see JD rocking the wizard hat, the cape, the wand. He'd be running around like
That'd be awesome.
spells on
I'm gonna
everything.
do it really
He
bad.
gets +5 to dexterity.
Actually, did you guys ever hear Nick got profiled once?
It's weird. Does it seem weird?
Well, it was weird. We were still living up in York Haven near Harrisburg, and we were on the East Shore. We were more like in Harrisburg proper, and Nick used to get kidney stones in Pennsylvania. Knockwood has not gotten them since we moved to Florida, but the water in Pennsylvania, he was getting kidney stones constantly.
Ooh.
And normally we went to this one hospital. They knew who they knew they had all his records. Like they knew. But we go to this. I forget the name of it, but it was a hospital on the other side of the river because we're driving, and all of a sudden he's like in screaming pain. And so I take him to the ER because we know it's a kidney stone, But he's in agony. He needs meds. He needs fluids. He needs imaging to see what they need to do. We get there. I'm like, hey, this is the name of his doctor. This is the hospital we've been to. This was the date of his last imaging. This is his history of kidney stones. Here are the dates. Like, I have all of this. Like, I mean, for what I do for a living, come on,
Yeah.
All right.
We get put in a room, and the nurse, no lie, closes the curtain. It's a male nurse. Closes the curtain, walks out, and goes, hey, doc, we got another drug secret in curtain number 8.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
You call him out
That's
on it, right?
PA. That's PA.
I kind of lost my shit.
I'm sure you did.
That nurse ended up getting suspended. That nurse almost lost his job. We got an official apology letter from the hospital.
I will say
Sweet.
though, like if you guys came to Harrisburg Hospital, like Pinnacle Health Harrisburg Hospital, downtown Harrisburg, that shit is a dime a dozen in and out of that hospital. Like they have a hard time with that kind of a thing, and it is an assumption situation.
No, it
Holy
wasn't
Spirit,
that one. It was Holy Spirit was where we usually went.
I hate that hospital.
I'd
rather go to Harrisburg.
it was that little hospital. I forget the hell of the name. It wasn't Harrisburg General because that's where I had to take Cal after he was born because his bilirubin was real high and they had a NICU set up because they had to bake him under the lights for a couple days. Holy Spirit's where I actually had Cal, and where Nick was seeing a bunch of his kidney stones. But it was like this little janky hospital. It wasn't Harrisburg General. It was this little other one. I just don't remember the name of it. But holy God, I'm blanking. But this was forever ago.
It's okay though. Like I do understand what you're saying, and it is like, but it is kind of like a problem in this area. You know what I mean? Like,
and I knew that, which is why I walked in with this is the name of his doctor. This is call Holy Spirit. They have his imaging from the state. You know, like I'm like I know it's an issue. That's why I was like, hey, here's all the information you need to so you get so they wouldn't profile him. But they still did it, and oh my God, I lashed into that guy so fucking hard.
Were you one of those, like you ripped open the curtain? You were like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, curtain ripped open, and because I carry a DEA license as part of my job. I can order and dispense controlled substances, and I was like, if I just lost it, I fucking lost it on him. Basically, it was like, I have a DEA license. I'm a fucking doctor myself. If it was just a drug issue, like,
why would we be here? Yeah.
Oh my God. By the time I was done, we had a new nurse. He was off the floor, and we ended up with an official apology, and he ended up getting suspended because they were afraid we were going to sue him. Because, like, I was so mad. Apparently, I turned a little mama bearish if people I love are threatened.
That's a good thing.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people like have walked in another direction when like Jason's around sometimes. He
looks like a
when he's wearing his like cargo shorts, he's got his jacket like all zipped up, and he's got his hat on. Now with his beard, he looks like. I'm like I don't understand like. I mean, he's intimidating looking. He's a big guy, but I don't know. I guess because we know him, we know he wouldn't hurt a fly unless someone was threatened.
Do you ever think about that though? Like how well you know certain people, and then to watch them or hear stories about them getting profiled a certain way, and you're like, that just doesn't even make sense because I know this person. But why?
Well, most people are jackasses, though. They just make assumptions.
Yeah. Like assumptions are the mother of all fuck ups. That's all I know.
Well, it drives me nuts. Like I'll see, because the hospital I work at obviously is in a commercial space. We share a space with PetSmart, and I'll see Muslim women walking through sometimes with these beautiful hijab on. Those gorgeous scarves.
Oh, I know.
And some of them get the hairy eyeball from these old white retirees.
Yes.
And every time I see that, I make a point of walking up to them and saying, "I love your hijab. It's absolutely beautiful. Have an awesome day."
Yeah.
Because I know they're getting like these side eyes and getting profiled, and I'm like, or hey, if they have their kids with them, oh my goodness, look at your little one, so adorable. Because I'm like, I'm seeing them getting profiled. I know they're seeing it too, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
I'm the same. I'm the same way.
We're all just humans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I see a lot of that up here too. I mean, it's gotten better, but still, it's depending on the area.
Unfortunately, I live in a very red area.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But that's okay.
Well, anywho, we're at the end of the night, so we'll start doing some wrap up.
Oh, we cannot tell time tonight, can we?
Yeah, it's got the end of the night, so we'll do all our shout outs. I'll start. I want to shout out this pin maker for making this thirst trap.
Oh my God.
I think it's Cluster of Pins, I think is the name of the thing. I just want to shout that pin maker out for doing a great job.
That's awesome.
You would. You would.
Was very, very good. Starting at AMS.
It's me. So now you've seen some of my work from this episode. So there you go. I do that. I also am a freelance illustrator / designer. So hit me up. You can email me, message me if you want. I have a Patreon if you want to support. I'm on the social medias. Just ask me if you want a print or a design or a scarf or something, and I can work with you and get it out to you. I try to be as quick as possible, so I haven't heard any complaints yet. So, yeah.
Totally worth it. Totally worth
Absolutely.
it.
My son has one of those scarves, and I can't get it away from him to show anybody because, he loves it.
Until you have to wash it because it smells stinky like teenage boys.
Yeah. Could use a wash at this point. Yeah.
But one thing I do want to say is that the nice little card you sent with the scarf gave washing instructions, and that is so sweet. That was like
awesome.
The perfect like cherry on top of the situation.
That's what I love about it. You know, I love this part of small business where I can be personal. I want to be personal. That's like the best part about it. Because I want to make sure you like have this thing for as long as your natural life. So you know.
Oh, I will.
Absolutely.
She's like, I'm going to be buried with this shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be a tree. So I can't be buried with it.
No,
because I'm going to be a tree in a pod.
We'll wrap it around the tree once it's fully grown.
Yes.
There you go.
This is The Nerds Have Spoken. It's the podcast that Jason, my husband, is on, along with Eric Burgess and Wolf and whatever guest they have on. It either could be Tim K or Yule or Jeremy B. I think there's a few others.
Brink.
Brink. Bobby Skullface has been on. I mean, they just have a rotating of guests. Upload every Thursday morning, and if you can't find him online, he's probably on Xbox.
Shelf gravy all over the place. We're trying to get things organized and spread out, have some new things up and coming, some fun stuff. So stay tuned and check out not just Facebook and Instagram you can email us or whatever, but we also have the Society 6 page and Redbubble. Redbubble has more stuff on it. Yeah, so check it out, support us, buy some fun things, wear a cool t-shirt. We appreciate it.
Cool.
Ah, yes. The Rockfather. Dust Mites, who does our intro and outro music. He has an album coming out on Valentine's Day, adult music. Check it out on Bandcamp, please. He's awesome. We love you, Dust.
Yes, we love you.
Love you, Dust.
And as always, you can follow us on social medias. Reach out to us if you have any questions or want us to have a topic to talk about outside of penises, food, and pets.
And boobs.
There's other stuff to talk about?
No.
And
I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
I mean, that's life. You got your penises, your boobs, your food, and your pets.
Yeah,
there you go.
What else do you need?
And our collections.
Says that.
You can also listen to us on the go on all your favorite podcasting services. So feel free to follow us on any of them. If there's anything in particular you want to request, or if you just want the file, I'm sure we can get it for you. It doesn't matter. We'd love for all your support and everything. And outside of that, I hope you all have a wonderful Thursday evening. Goodbye.
Night.
Good night.